YouTube fam, so I want to give a quick disclaimer. The ending part of the vlog is going to be yesterday's beginning part. I never ended up posting it. I never did an ending for it, so I actually want that part to be posted though, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in the end of this one. But it is 9:43. What the frick? 2:23. No one else is allowed to be in here. Anyway, I remember there's people stuff like that come in this room. Like, I left the door open for tours, and y'all just come in here like it's thing. Anyway, I am at school right now. I am in the broadcasting room. Oh, they finally painted the wall. That was really random, but they are kind of young. My broadcasting teacher at Pearl-Cohn, he split off our master control, production control room, and he's turning one of the back second half of the space into a mini theater. Of course, the students are helping. That can't help, but that's what the goal is: turn to a mini theater to kind of showcase the short films and stuff we make as a team of students. So that's really what this is for. But today, out of nowhere, I was told I left off that, but it's like I'm kind of just getting interrupted all day today. But anyway, I was sitting in class, the beginning part of Young's class. We are not in our normal room. We had to go to a different one because the heating system in here is kind of messed up. So it's you guys can see where it's a little bit warmer. It's not that bad today because the fact it's not that bad outside either. It's not really all that cold today. It's pretty warm for this time of year. So that's really what we're dealing with. But the point was, I was in the class and I was kind of just waiting, about to start doing my classwork, and one of the other A-team members, if you don't know, I'm on the Star Broadcasting team at school. One of the other members, one of the other members came up to me and said, "Hey, he's an ambassador for school, and he said, I can't do the tour today, so they want you to do it because I won't be here." And I'm like, what? And apparently they wanted me and one other student to do it. I'm like, what? The other student's not here, so it's just me. And the problem is that neither me nor her like to talk in front of other people. It makes us uncomfortable a little bit. I'll do it if she's more comfortable than I am, but normally I won't do it at all if I can help it. But today she's not here at all, and I asked them, like, how come the other boy who's on the 18 can't do it? Like, not really trying to complain, but, like, I just really don't normally do this. I don't prefer to do it all the time. Like, sometimes it came out of nowhere. Like, I wasn't planning to do this at all today. I'm glad I wore something cute. Like, I'm glad I did something decent to myself. Like, I did not plan on doing this at all. But, and they were like, well, he's already an ambassador. I'm like, so was the other dude who was going to do it anyway. This boy could have done it. But I'm not really complaining. Why I'm probably complaining, but I'm not really mad about it. It's like, okay, so I have to do it. So I've been waiting in here since like the beginning of the class, which is like 8 something. When I 8 something, probably like, yeah, because we get out of the first block 8:26. We take about 5 minutes to transfer. It's about 9:48 now, and the block ends at 10:04. So it hasn't really started yet. So I'm like, am I going to go to third block, or do I just stay in here until they get here and then go to third block? I don't really know the answer to that question. I don't even know where they are. I'm pretty sure the tours have already started, and no one's let me know if they started already or if they haven't started yet. So I'm like, oh dang, they're sitting here, but heck. So I'm super nervous though, because I've been trying to run over my head, like, what I'm going to say, how I'm going to talk about the school. And, like, they gave me points to start off with, but I'm like, I don't know half that crap. Like, I did pull out one of the Emmys. We do have a national Emmy for another student who won it last year, who was a senior. So I did pull out that one. I said I'm going to talk about the other Emmys we won. We'll talk about what's going on back there while we're not in there, while we're not in here today. While we're not in here today. That's not their business about how cold this room gets. The purpose of coming here, like, I'm just gonna talk about a random crap and hope I don't stutter, or because I do on average have very bad speech patterns. I don't know if it showed much on here before, but it has showed a lot in my everyday life. But I think it's because I slow down my speech when I'm doing this compared to when I'm just talking to people. So the hope is I could do the same thing when I'm talking to these kids, because they're 8th graders. We're recruiting 8th graders for next year. and so the hope I can calm the speech down for these kids. And I'm hoping this goes well, and I'm kind of scared that it won't, because I don't, it's not that I don't know if I'm gonna say the right points, I'm just scared that my vocal, not vocal, but my voice and that my speech pattern will just like make me really nervous. So that was all I wanted to get on here and say right quick. I will see you guys when I get done, and later. To fam, it's hours after I left school and hours since those tours are over, so I just want to tell you guys good night, and I hope you all had a good day, and I'll see y'all in the morning. Later. Fam, so I'm really sad because I have not vlogged since the beginning of the year when I was like posting vlogs from, like, I posted one on New Year's Eve, New Year's, and the day after New Year's Day. No, the day one of New Year's Day. So New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and then one other one. But I posted those 3 vlogs, and I kind of upset with myself that I didn't do what I said I was gonna do, which was supposed to vlog every day, because I just keep waking up and I'm like vlog, 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 and I haven't done it. So I'm trying to be more attentive of doing that. So yeah, that's just what's going on. So the goal is to vlog for every day now, and that's hopefully what's going to actually happen. So what I'm excited about is that I am planning like my first K-Talk video that I'm going to decide to call it. It's going to be a topic video, and in the video I'm going to talk about stuff like, sorry my pants. Stuff like, this is what topic I choose. So the topics for these first 2 that's coming up is abortion versus adoption, or pro-life, pro-choice. If you don't know, or you never met me, or you don't know much about me, I am pro-choice, which I want to elaborate more on in the actual video. Well, I don't know why I shared that, but it is what it is. But the way the video is set up is that I always feel like before you give your opinion on something, you should always take the facts and all the things that are true, and that's what I plan on doing. Part of it is I also went around my job. I'm not gonna disclose where I work at because everybody knows the business. But I also went around my job and asked everyone what their opinions were. Like, how do they feel about it? Are they pro-choice or pro-life, or do they feel like abortion is something a woman should have the right to choose, stuff like that. And it was actually a lot of pro-choicers there, but most of them were situation pro-choicers rather, which is reasonable, which I will again elaborate more on what that means when the video gets shot and posted. But a lot of them are situation pro-choicers. A lot of pro-lifers one of their reasoning was he was solely Christian. It wasn't because he feels like he just feels like as a Christian that was his mentality. It's like, okay, he has a right to that. One of my managers told me her reasoning, and of course I'm not privy to share what that reasoning was, but it did kind of hit the heart a little bit, and me and the other 3 hosts that were there kind of teared up a bit about it, because it did kind of hit us at a place that it kind of made us think, because like I never really thought about it from that standpoint, because I never knew someone who was like that. And the fact that I know now that one of my managers, who I see basically like every weekend, because I only work on the weekends, but when I graduated, before that I saw like every day of the week almost, because I always just worked that often. Like, that's her life and that's her experience. And of course it made me think about, maybe I should go to the doctor and make sure that I'm okay and I can actually have kids. So that's kind of something that made me and the other 3 hosts think about like where we stand with that matter of having children and things like that. I really was. I'm sitting here. I'm like, I just really told them like this is a little bit what that was, but it was a lot of attention. And but at the end of the day, that was what made us kind of think. Another major told me another story about someone she was close to and what happened to them in the process of having a child, and she just held the baby to term instead of having an abortion. And I'm like, I know I couldn't if I knew what was going to happen at the end of that 9 months. So that's just my side on the matter. But the way the videos are going to be structured from now on when I do those TikTok videos of our topics is I'm going to give like the history and the background of certain things. Like, I want to make sure people understand the difference between pro-life, pro-choice, understand what they're really talking about, understand what actually happens in the matter, what Plan B really is. Because a lot of people think Plan B is an abortion pill, and like a friend of mine took Plan B at one point, and she feels like she killed a child, and something I really want to disclose. I tried to disclose to her is like that's not the case. It's not even possible for you to have an abortion with Plan B, which is something I want to describe more on in the video. I'm gonna talk more about what an abortion is, like how all different types of abortions work, where each one comes in. Talk about having a child based on my research, of course, because I have no kids. I've never had a child. I know nothing about having kids, but I do research on this stuff for videos like this, so I guess you know what I'm talking about in a way, rather. So that type of stuff, like I'm gonna give all that information first, and then when I end it off, I plan to give more of opinion-based statements. Like I'm gonna talk about the statistics I looked up about, like what is the statistic of people to pro-life to pro-choice, or pro-choice to pro-life. My own research that I've done in the aspect of like, okay, I went to work and I asked people these questions about how they feel about pro-life, pro-choice, and of course I got a lot of more pro-choicers than I did pro-lifers, which was not surprising at the place I work, considering the kind of people that I know work there. Something else I did research for was the death penalty. I personally do not, and have never known anybody who was up for that. No one I know has ever been to jail, family wise. Well, yeah, they've never been to jail to where they have to be even questioned if they would get the death penalty or not. So I've never really had to worry about that, but it is something I would like to talk about, because I do know a lot of people feel like, how can you justify murder with murder? Opinion one of my coworkers shared with me was like, he's against the death penalty because he is Christian, and his mindset is thou should not kill, which is the 10th commandment, which is true. And so, which was one statement response I did not get, was a bit surprised I got when I asked about the death penalty. A lot of the people who I asked about it, most people were for it, which I was a little bit shocked. No, I wasn't shocked about that one. I wasn't really shocked about that one. But most people who I know, who I asked, were for it. Of course, they felt like a lot of people were in the middle though, because some people were like, this depends. Like some people feel like if you're a rapist, you should be punished for such. But we aren't going to get into that aspect and all those type of things. I was talking to someone about a story I heard about somebody who killed a person in a situation they weren't even supposed to be involved in. So it was just stuff like that. But I've been going on for a minute, and I still gotta get ready for work. But that's just what I plan on doing. Those are the vlogs I'm planning out. Not vlogs, the TED Talks I'm planning out right now. Those are the first two. The other topics I know I'm going to do is gun control, and I have yet to come up with the ones after that. Gun control, I'm not going to end up asking about like, oh, like, what's your feeling on the subject? Because the gun control is more, the talk of gun control is more about, do you feel it should be should be stricter or less strict? And personally, I don't have an opinion on that myself, so that would require more research for me to decide my opinion for that video. So with that being said, I will see y'all later, and I will probably get back on here before I go to work. So, later.